Hi, my name is. My name is.
Welcome to Sports
My name
56
is.
Happy Hour with Johnny
Hi,
Radio.
my
This
name
hour
is.
is brought to you by
My name
Buster's
is.
Butcher at
My name
199
is.
South Highland, where every
Hi,
cut is
my
the
name
right
is.
cut. Now,
My
here's
name
your
is.
host, Johnny
My
Radio
name is.
himself, John Harden.
Hi, my name is. My name is. My name is.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Who said you can't make money off of baseball? Well, it's really actually very, very hard. But yesterday was a good day, people. It was a good day for us. What did I tell you yesterday? Oh, don't bet on the Phillies. Aaron Dolan is dating Alec Baum. Did you know that? Oh, yes, you didn't know that, buddy?
I didn't.
Yeah, well, guess who was at the games?
Who?
Aaron Dolan with her boyfriend, taking pictures. You know what I'm saying? That boy was weak in the knees.
I bet he was.
And you saw what the Yankees did. They exploded. Jazz had 2 bombs. Judge hit 1. Jazz hit his bombs with Judge's bat. It's
Sharing is caring, John.
Man, it must be the bat. You know those commercials from Bo Jackson? Spike Lee? No, that was Michael Jordan's shoes. Must be the shoes. That's right, it was the shoes. That was Bo Knows Bo. But my goodness, I don't even know where I was. Oh, yeah, talking about me winning some baseball games. So, yeah, the beautiful Aaron Dolan kept the Phillies down. Zach Wheeler was terrible, and Yankees took care of business. By the way, did you see both New York teams yesterday absolutely went crazy? I'm sitting there going, damn, I felt so good. Bet on the Yankees. The Yankees go out there and score 15 dead gum runs. You're like, man, this is a good way. I mean, we started off with the Orioles, beautiful, at like 2 o'clock. And you got the Yankees 14-4 over the Phillies. Never had to sweat that bad boy. Late at night, what did I say? The ball flies out in Arizona. You have 2 terrible pitching staffs. One of the worst bullpens in all of baseball with Washington. And the Diamondbacks is also straight trash. And the over and under was 8.5. Arizona got the over by themselves. 8-9 was the final. Life is good. The only one we lost, I'm still mad about this one because now I feel stupid. So, the White Sox. This was one of those things where I'm like, man, I can't believe I just saw that. The White Sox yesterday, remember, they had lost 14 straight games. That was a franchise record. Now, the one thing I was thinking about when they talked about it being a franchise record, like that's the most games in a row that this organization in the history of baseball, their whole entire history, they've never lost 15 games in a row. This White Sox team is so bad that in May they set their streak of losing 14 in a row, which broke the previous record of 13. And then yesterday, they set the mark at 15. And remember, I talked to you about Bobby Witt's splits. Bobby Witt at home with the Royals, batting .401, 60 extra base hits. At home, he's batting on the road, he's batting .270, 16 extra base hits. And he hits a grand slam in the 8th inning when the damn White Sox are up 5-2. I'm like, I'm going undefeated tonight. I can't believe, and I know Zach's got to be feeling good because Bobby Witt is his man. Dude comes in and hits a granny. Damn. That was a little bit tough, but man, hey, 2-1 I'm going to take. Actually, 3-1. Not bad, not bad. But again, we have day baseball today. And do you know what today is? It's Trade Deadline Tuesday. 5 p.m. Central Time. I'm sure today when you're listening to Brett Norsworthy and Bryant Dacus, they're going to be going over a whole lot of trade deadline talk. There's a lot of moving pieces that have already happened. We'll discuss some of them. By the way, Jorge Soler is back in Atlanta. You have to remember, was it Game 6 when he hit the 3-run bomb in Houston in the World Series?
I believe so.
And it was a bomb. Like, dude just absolutely exploded on the ball. He's back in Atlanta. Alex Anthopoulos, we asked yesterday, is he going to make a move? We're worried about Lopez. They've already lost, I know you, Ryder, Spencer Strider, and Ronald Acuna. We don't know what's going on with Albies, and it's just been a pain. And we also talked about my crazy man, Austin Riley. We were worried about the team because on Sunday he was tickling Matt Olson's taint, which was very weird. Did you catch any of that?
I did not, John.
God, dog. You didn't see that for real?
No, John, I'll be honest. I did
Don't
not
you
watch
follow John Boy?
much of anything over the weekend.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, yeah, weren't you in
I
Nashville?
was in Nashville.
Did you party it up?
No. I went to a concert. That's it. We had to walk down Broadway, and I thought I was going to die.
Why?
I don't like crowds.
Oh, my God. Man, that's my jam,
Yeah.
bro. I like festivals.
We actually walked around Broadway,
Printers
so I didn't have to walk
Alley.
through the thick of it.
Oh, man.
Not my style.
You didn't go into the big bars?
Went
You know,
to a
yesterday I
concert,
got
went to
wi-
an ice cream shop, went home.
Dude, don't you like, though, one of the things, even when you're with your girl, going to the bar so you can, like, kind of
Yeah, I'm not a bar guy, John.
check out the survey the property.
I'm not really a bar guy.
I like surveying,
Hey, I mean, look, who doesn't, you know?
but I'm glad you had, I guess, somewhat fun. Doesn't sound like you tore it up.
No, I had a blast.
Oh, you did have a blast. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I went and saw my favorite artist in concert. I had a great time.
Oh my God, you saw Taylor Swift? Wait, Elvis Presley.
No. Well,
Well, he's
Elvis Presley's
dead.
my favorite, but he's dead, so he doesn't count, you know?
All right, who's your favorite?
Charlie Crockett.
Oh, really?
That's right, I
I
love
didn't know
Charlie.
that. Charlie Crockett in Nashville. Well, I hope you had a good time. But we have a very, very busy show. Today, David Cobb joins the program from CBSSports.com. He covers college football and college basketball. And we are, we're on the precipice, people. August 24th. You know, August 1st is just this Thursday. College football kicks off this, on the 24th, basically 4 weeks from Thursday. I don't know if you know, but I'm a little fired up. Very fired up. Or maybe 4 weeks from today. I don't know, man. I can't do math in my head right now. I'm still in a lot of pain. We'll blame it on the pain. But football's around the corner. I do know 39 days till the NFL starts. This regular season. But this Thursday, do you know you have football?
That's right.
Hall of Fame game, baby. Little Bears, little Texans. I'm sad for Dave Willoshin, but I'm happy for Dave. I think they finally have their quarterback. Caleb Williams is going to be that dude. Problem is, Dave, I'm sure, is excited and wants to see Caleb Williams play in the first game. Did you hear Caleb Williams' comments yesterday after practice?
Know what he said?
I actually like the whole pink. I don't know, man. I'm not down with pink fingernail paint. I'm not down with him wearing Hello Kitty phones. I don't know. I don't understand that. But the dude can play quarterback. And when you listen to him talk, he does sound like a pro already. He doesn't sound like a prima donna. He doesn't sound like anything but a pro. He said that to get better, you need reps. He wants to play. Problem is, the coaching staff has come out and said that probably none of the people who will be starting this year will play in this game, period. So we're not going to see Caleb Williams. And I know everybody's wanting to see 1 or 2 series, 5 to 8 plays or whatever, but it's not going to happen. Sorry. And you know why, by the way, the main reason? You know where they're playing, right? In Canton.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard about the field?
Maybe?
So I was listening to Victor Cruz talk about it. He says that it's worse than most high school fields.
Holy cow.
He says it is terrible. You have to understand, they cut it up into a bunch of youth football fields every week. And again, this is basically, this is more for the inductees, the Hall of Fame inductees necessarily than football and preseason. And they get going very shortly after they play. I swear, I think it's a week later and they're back on the field. So the Bears will, do their thing. You won't see C.J. Stroud and the Texans, but I don't care. Because you know what? You're going to see football.
That's right.
That's all that matters. And on the helmets, you will see the big C for Chicago, and I guess the damn star for the Texans. What do they got over there on the Texans again? Like their little.
It's like a bull,
It's like yeah, and it runs to the back.
something like that. Yeah.
Damn, I am doing terrible.
Huh.
My brain is just completely toast. I can't even think of the Texans. It looks like a bull, but it's like two different colors, right?
Right. Yeah. Half
Like
it's
one's red and
it's
half's blue.
Blue. Yeah, that's right.
All right, I'm starting to visualize. Starting to visualize. But yeah, we got football on Thursday. Today's trade deadline Tuesday. We got David Cobb talking college football, college basketball. 12 o'clock, Zach Boyd's going to come join us. We're going to talk about the Olympics. We're going to talk a little about some fun stuff because, the line's already out. The men's game against South Sudan.
How about that? What is it? I've been
Just take a guess.
Oh, it was like 43.5 for the exhibition game. I'm going to say it's like 35.
Damn, it's down. Right now, you can get it at 29.5. Do I
Holy
need to jump
cow.
on this?
Maybe. I think they're much more locked in than they were during the exhibition slates.
You got me thinking now, buddy. Because you said you're kind of like, what's our crazy man in Vegas?
I do not want to be.
He is crazy. Come
Doug
on, man.
Peterson. Isn't that his name?
No,
not Doug
it's
Peterson.
not
That's
Doug.
the coach.
That's the coach for
Greg
the Jaguars.
Peterson.
Greg Peterson.
That's right. Yeah.
I love old Greg.
Oh yeah, GP.
Dude, that's like a 6 point. Like you gave me like an extra. Man,
Yeah, but I'm just thinking.
it's 100% take the favorite with you putting it at 35.
It sure is. That would. Yeah, if I was Greg Peterson, that would be hop on USA heavy.
Dude, that's like pound that Jun inside.
Yeah. No, I don't know how I feel about that.
But we're going to talk about the men's basketball team. We'll talk a little bit about Jason Tatum, Steve Kerr, all the BS that's going on, how it's different watching certain sports, and then also like the ones where like men's basketball is awesome. Don't get me wrong. And I had fun Sunday morning. Joker had everybody going back, him balling Joel Embiid, like fun stuff. I enjoyed that. But man, I'm not. You're gonna think I'm crazy, and I haven't watched a ton of Olympics. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you like I'm all up in this joint. But I did catch. Tonight they have the U.S. women's rugby teams playing
Okay.
against Great Britain. It's at 8:30
8:30
tonight.
on television.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? What, am I wrong?
Well, that's just a replay of it. They played earlier today.
It's over.
Yes.
Well, I looked up the TV times, man, so I can watch that.
Well, here's the great thing: is they show it in prime time so that you can watch it in case you didn't watch it live. Because that's probably not going to be on regular television when it came on, or you probably won't be up on regular television when they play, which was at 8:30 this morning. So they're showing it again.
I would have watched it at 8:30 this morning. Maybe it was 8:30 this morning that they were.
Maybe it was.
Maybe.
And it was It was New Zealand, not.
Oh no, they
Britain.
played Great Britain tonight because they beat New Zealand.
They lost New Zealand.
Oh, they lost. Man, I'm not. No. Our women team's doing good.
No, they're in the bronze medal game now.
Okay, that's what it was. I was
But-
gonna say.
The bronze medal game starts here in about 40 minutes.
Oh, so they're about to toe the
play.
rubber. Or what do you say in rugby?
I don't know if that's the.
Toe.
I actually don't know, but I don't think it's that.
They're gonna hop on the pitch.
They're
That's
gonna,
soccer.
They're gonna do something, I guess.
All I know is I don't know this. I just know that I don't know. I kind of like this women's rugby thing.
Here's the thing. I haven't watched any of the women's rugby. I watched a lot of the men's rugby last week, and I really enjoyed it. It was the first time I ever watched rugby. It's different because this is rugby sevens, so it's less players, less time, and I liked it. I told one of my buddies, I was like, it's like watching a team just run the triple option the entire game because they're just juking guys out, pitching it, running, juking,
I love the pitching.
It's great. I love it.
The way they tackle.
That's right.
Man, I'm telling you, man, there's dude, bro, the rugby girls take thick to another level.
Yeah, no, they're impressive. They're yeah.
That
they know
one
they're
girl
good.
who was just bowling mugs.
I believe it.
Crazy stuff. Also, one other thing I'm going to say about the Olympics, since I'm on the Olympics for a minute. Talk about one. You weren't here yesterday. Did you enjoy the drag show for the opening ceremony?
I didn't see it because we
Because
watched.
you don't give a damn.
Well, we watched the opening ceremonies, but we really we didn't care about like the extracurricular stuff that they were doing. Like that's cool and all, but like we just wanted to see the countries come in, and
like
so
down the little poop river.
That's right. So we were kind of like when they would do one of those like dancing presentations or whatever they were doing.
Drag shows.
Well, but there were other ones that were not that. We would just kind of skip through. So I didn't see that. I saw pictures of it on Twitter, but I didn't watch it. But it wasn't because of what it was. It was more because I just wanted to see the countries, and that's what I was there for, not
Well, I was
dancing
just going to
and
say,
singing.
like, when you get like 2-3 billion eyeballs or whatever, I don't know how many people watch that joint. It's always great for France to go drag, I guess. But that's just a weird, like, hey, man, it's your Olympics, man.
Yeah, exactly. In 2028, I wonder
Enjoy
what
it.
we'll do.
I definitely can tell you right. Oh man, we go like that. I'm gonna.
I'm just curious, like what will the USA?
Oh,
whip
it
out?
is in L.A., isn't it?
It sure is.
Oh God, this could be terrible. Point is though, I wasn't even going to the Olympics. I was going to go to the fact that France has like had some serious problems. Did you see after the opening ceremony, all the power went out, right?
Really?
Yeah, like all the cross Paris, bro.
Holy cow! They used too much electricity for the opening
I don't
ceremony.
know, man. I don't know what the hell was going
Wow.
on. But that happened, and then they spent $1.5 billion to clean up
Yeah.
the Seine River.
And then the mayor or somebody.
The mayor, it was the mayor of Paris.
She like jumped in and was like, "See, it's beautiful.
She
it's
got
clean."
in it. She promised that she was going to swim in it, just like the athletes.
Gross.
Well, did you know that no athlete has been able to swim in the Seine for practice?
Yeah.
They have now already postponed the triathlon.
And supposedly.
And on Friday, they're supposed to complete it. But guess what?
Holy cow.
Just like the opening ceremony, got a little alphabet soup up in it. We're going from a triathlon to a biathlon.
Oh wow! Really?
From try to buy.
Holy cow!
If you knock one person out, is that like bad in the eyes of the other peeps?
Explain. I'm
like because
what
you're
are
like
talking about?
you now don't like the L's or the B's.
Oh, I see. I think there's somebody from Germantown that is
A triathlon.
They're in the triathlon.
I
Yeah.
hope they're good. I hope their best thing wasn't swimming.
I saw that because I get notifications from like the Commercial Appeal and like the Daily Memphian or whatever. Whenever they like write stories, I have both their apps, and so I get notifications when it's like big time stories. And I'm pretty sure I got one this morning that was like Germantown native so and so has to wait another day to participate in the triathlon.
Who would want to swim in a river full of poo?
Not me.
The E. coli is like dangerously at bad levels. And again, they spent $1.5 billion.
Huh.
Good job not cleaning up the river.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
By the way, I mean, why did they even try to swim in that, John? Did you know it's been against the law to swim in that river
Since,
for
like,
120 years?
Yeah, since like
over
1912.
120
It's
years.
incredible.
No, it was longer. Yeah, I think it was like 1800. or something.
Maybe. I don't. I just know it's a long time.
Well, no, it would be 1904.
Tomato.
I just did that math on the
Look
fly.
at you.
Damn, boy.
You mathlete.
But yeah, sorry, Paris. Poopathon.
It's crazy.
By the way, you know the U.S. has the most gold medals, baby.
Is that right?
Yeah, man, we're
Wow.
tearing it up.
So, John,
We got the most medals, period, right now, don't we?
I
At least we
I
did
know
when
we.
I was
I know we
looking at
have
it yesterday.
that, and we have a handful of medals today.
Do
so-
you know what the pommel horse is? Not the thing Catherine the Great used to do.
Oh, that's the thing in the gymnastics,
Yeah,
right? Where they
yeah.
spin around on it. Yeah.
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 Not the thing. Do you know who Catherine
Zach
the Great was?
No, Zach was watching that earlier in here.
901-360-8255.
John, I don't know how to bring this up to you because I think there's something wrong with me.
Wait. First and foremost, did you not give the credit to the little dude who?
We also don't have the most golds. We have the most medals. We don't have the most gold.
Well, then somebody passed us.
A lot of people have passed us.
Well,
We
tell
have
them to
3 gold. The Republic of Korea has 5. Australia has 5. France has 5. People's Republic of China has 6, and Japan has 7.
Damn.
But we have the most total medals with 20.
Yeah, don't be mad. It's all about the medal count, bro.
So, John, I have a confession to make because I think something's wrong with me. So last night, I was about to go to bed, right? And I was sitting there, and I was about to get in bed. I was sitting at my desk.
And you looked over at Melinda and found out, oh my God, it's a man, baby.
No, Melinda's not a man. But
I think that was Austin Powers.
I was like,
it's a man, baby.
I was like, it's been really hard for me to keep up with the Olympics the first couple of days. Now, granted, Saturday and Sunday I was in Nashville, so I was not paying attention much. It was a lot of
really
driving.
like watch it during the commercial breaks of other channels.
I really love the Olympics. So I was like, I want to be able to know what sports are happening.
Hey, the beach
throughout the
volleyball
day.
girls.
Lock in, John. This is not a long
this
story.
This is a very important thing, though. Did you know that people were freaking out because they were playing in pants?
Because it was cold. It was like 50 degrees.
I know.
that day.
I knew they were going to come out there. Now they're playing in their bikinis like they're supposed to.
Good for them. Okay, back to my story. So I was like, I want to know what all events are. Lock in, John. You are not locked in right now. Okay, I wanted to know what all events were going on. So I made a graph of all of the events for today.
Dude,
it took me way too long. But I had to do it.
OCD in you, don't you?
I think so, but not much. Like, I'm not a very neat person. Like, I'm kind of a messy person. But when it comes with stuff like this, like, I just like it to have like a little, a little spreadsheet,
You're like
with all my stuff
what
on
is
it.
Kamala Harris. You're like Venn diagrams.
I'm sorry,
spreadsheets.
what?
Like, remember when she's like, I love Venn diagrams.
I'm not a huge. You know what, John? Not a huge Venn diagram guy.
You just like spreadsheets and graphs.
I just like spreadsheets and graphs. That's correct. Arts and crafts.
You're so okay. No, that was by the way, that is the longest list I've ever seen.
181 rows.
Damn, I do that for fantasy baseball.
A lot of events,
but that's like over 2 months of studying.
Yeah. This was not fun at all.
And by the way, today is Trade Deadline Tuesday, and I can't believe the time has flown by. Don't forget, this first portion of the show has been brought to you by Buster's Butcher, which is right behind Buster's Liquor at Poplar and Highland, and there's no better cut in the world than going to Buster's Butcher. Get your steak, your poultry, your cheeses, your meats, everything. Get it all at Buster's Butcher. Learn more at bustersbutcher.com. David Cobb from CBSSports.com. He's next. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11, here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Everyone loves home improvement. South Haven Supply and Warehouse 51 makes it easy. A real hardware store run by 3 generations of a real hardware family where you can get it all. Whether it's repairs, remodeling, or new building, kitchens, bathrooms, tiles, tubs, vanities, sinks, mirrors, lighting, furniture, even door hardware. All the latest designs as well as timeless classics. And if outdoor fun is on your mind, they have the Big Green Egg and Accessories. South Haven Supply and Warehouse 51, 8560 Highway 51. Easy home improvement.
Listen up, I got Marty McNade on the line at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown. Hey McNade, how far back you moving on prices?
Way back, Randy. Doc told me you can take your pick. 2024 Teos SE or 2024 Jetta Sport. Gotta go back in time to the good old days at $275 a month.
Great Scott, McNade. Gossett Volkswagen on Germantown is really moving prices back.
That's right, Randy.
And I hear you got the 2024 Atlas Peak Editions going for $5,000 off MSRP, or you can get 1.9 for 60 months.
That's right, Randy. Your future's whatever you make of it, so let's get to Gossett Volkswagen Germantown.
Ask for Marty to find out how much he can move you back on price. Hey, Marty, hit us with that Gossett Volkswagen locator.
7420 Winchester Road, or shop online at GossettVWG.com.
Savings. Now that's speaking the Lowe's language. And when you join My Lowe's Rewards for free, the savings just keep coming. Save money with member-only offers, plus earn points when you shop. More points equal more rewards, just for you. Because Lowe's knows you earned it, literally. Learn more about our loyalty program at Lowes.com/MyLowe'sRewards and become a member for free today. Program subject to terms and conditions. Points are awarded on eligible purchases. See Lowes.com/terms for full details. Subject to change.
If you own a business, you know Luttrell Belting keeps you moving. Luttrell has cost-effective belts, conveyor components, and 24/7 on-site service to keep you operating smoothly. Text are just a phone call away at 800-441-8946 or online at LuttrellBelting.com. Luttrell's Memphis plant stocks belting in nearly every size and finish, and if they don't have it, they'll make it. From ordering to selection, fabrication, and installation, your Luttrell sales rep is there for you. Luttrell Belting keeps you moving. Listen each and every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. and join Ottawa Presbyterian Church for worship. Ottawa is an ACUSA church located in town Memphis.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour brought to you by Buster's Butcher at 199 South Highland, where every cut is the right cut. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It's time to talk with David Cobb from CBSSports.com. He covers college football, college basketball. He covers it all. Not the NFL. Not PGA, even though he loves some golf. Probably likes to gamble in the NFL. He's just an overall sports dude, man. We're lucky we have him.
We should ask him exclusively Olympic questions today. Like about like handball or something like that, or water polo.
I got some crazy. Man, goodness. Let me tell you, I don't know what the team in the blue is, but that's who I'm rooting for.
Well, I can't see what you're watching, so I have no
I'm
idea.
watching beach volleyball.
Oh, wow. How about that?
And I don't know, man, is that BRA? I guess that's Brazil.
I don't know. I think Brazil usually wears green. What time is it right now?
Well, I'm also colorblind. It could be green. So, anyway,
Yeah.
I'm going to say, don't worry, men. If you were worried about them wearing them long pants and freaking out, they ain't wearing them no more. That's my Olympic update. By the way,
that. It's a good one.
This 2 for Tuesday has been brought to you by Buster's Liquor Store, which has 2 locations. They got the new one at Ridgeway Trace Shopping Center. They got the original Gangster at Poplar and Highland. And don't forget, right behind the original Gangster at Poplar and Highland is now the brand new Buster's Butcher. The best meat in town is at Buster's Butcher. Learn more at bustersbutcher.com. See why every cut counts at Buster's Butcher. What's up, DC?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm blessed. Can't complain. Feeling a little bit better from the broken ribs and pulled everything. Not crying this week.
Hey, are you doing this wooden bat thing on August the 10th, the baseball thing?
Wait. I play in a wooden back league. What are you talking about August 10th?
I've got a buddy of mine in town who's invited me to play in a wooden bat thing. Like it's a wooden bat day at at FedEx Field or whatever. And I'm like, man, it's been a long time.
If I didn't have broken ribs, man, I'd play. But yeah, they a couple of my guys in the league, they're going to be at that. But yeah, I can't play.
What, I mean, do you think I could play? I mean, I haven't tried to hit an 80-mile-an-hour fastball in many years. I think I can still play defense. I can probably still bunt. If I stretch properly, I can steal bases. But the hitting thing is something that I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know if I could step into the batter's box, having played nothing but slow pitch softball for a decade, and just make contact, let alone get on base.
I'll tell you one thing. I can help you out if you get in town a little early. I got a membership to D-Bat. We can go to the batting cage. You can hit all day. Or you can use what are those? What's that thing I bought? My goggles?
Oculus.
I thought it was Meta.
Meta
For
owns
some
Oculus.
reason, when you say that,
thing.
I always remember immediately to correct you. But whatever I have, the goggles, I have one game, and it's baseball. And it is real as all get out. You put the damn thing on your bat, and you put those goggles on, and it's like you're standing in Major League Park.
How dumb do you look, though, when you're standing there with goggles on in your living room?
I do it in my yard, so I even look worse. And people driving by thinking I'm a lunatic.
There's a lot of versions of you that people could have that assumption. But the version of you standing in your front yard with VR goggles on, swinging a baseball bat, that's I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that.
Oh my gosh, man! Today's, by the way, trade deadline Tuesday, so we are going to talk some baseball a little bit later. But I got to get into a little football, man, and I got to talk to you about Georgia. And I'm kind of curious. Again, very heavily favored by the media members, not as favored by Vegas, but still favored by Vegas. Georgia to win this year in the SEC. Highest favorite, I mean, the lowest return on your bet if you pick Georgia to win a national championship. Only plus, like, what was it, 350 or 400 I saw the other day? I was like, that's insane. Insanely small odds. So that is what's going on in the field has been great. I mean, Georgia was a two-time champion, and they only lost by 3 to Alabama in the SEC championship game last year, or they would have been in the college football playoff and would have been right there. The only problem I have is, man, it seems like Georgia has more off-field issues than almost any other program. Is it just the fact that they're the number one program in the country right now and all eyes are on Georgia? Or do they have an issue? Ra Thomas, he got arrested again over this weekend for some disgusting stuff. We all know about, the Jordan Brown, et cetera, et cetera. Is Kirby Smart as good off the field as he is on the field?
So they definitely have a problem, and they're not taking discipline seriously. They're not doing anything to deter this sort of behavior, and that's the problem. Okay, you can slap them on the wrist with a little fine on their NIL paycheck. Apparently, that's what Georgia's doing. Kirby Smart revealed that at SEC Media Days. But until you take away 6-7 game type of suspension, until you start dropping the hammer like that, I don't know that Georgia's going to see any difference. But the thing is, he could punish these guys. He could suspend them, and they would still have the depth needed to compete for the national title. Because, look, you might say, oh, well, Georgia's schedule is actually tough this year. There's actually some meat on that bone.
Yeah, there is, actually.
Players. And there is, but you have margin for error now. So let's say you suspend everybody on the Georgia roster who's undergone a driving offense over the last 18 months. All right, so then you got half your roster suspended for the season opener against Clemson. Well, one, you might still beat Clemson even with only half your roster. But even if you don't, you still have a room for error in order to make the playoff now because it's a 12-team playoff. It's not a 4-team playoff anymore. And if you're Georgia, you can get through this schedule probably with 3 losses and still make the college football playoff. So I'm not sure why Kirby Smart feels like he's got to be so lax on discipline when he keeps having these issues. And there's really, I don't think, a whole lot of detriment to your team and the on-field results when you actually go out and suspend these guys because they've got the depth to withstand it now, and they've got the room for error that they need to punish guys and then still make the playoff even if they end up losing a couple of games.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I'm wondering more about just like, I mean, it just seems like, I mean, Aaron Hernandez didn't murder anybody when he was playing for Florida, and Urban Meyer I thought was just not, I wouldn't, like Kirby Smart I would just kind of held at a different, degree. That's probably a terrible. But I mean, he didn't murder anybody when he was in Florida, right?
He didn't murder anyone, but I mean, he wasn't a model citizen either.
Well, at least Urban was good enough at covering it up. I mean, like it's just ridiculous every week. And then I keep thinking about Carson Beck. He's going to be great, but damn man, he did lose Ladd. He did lose Brock Bowers, one of the greatest tight ends, and now Ra Thomas. Like I don't know how long he might be not. I mean, what he's accused of. Like I don't know if you let him back.
Especially since this is the second strike for Ra Thomas. Yeah, first time, okay, whatever, slap on the wrist. Second time,
both domestic,
if you don't come down hard on, if you don't come down hard on Ra Thomas for 2 instances of alleged domestic violence in a year's time, it's a joke. You're running a joke of a program, and you got to. I mean, okay. Ra Thomas is supposed to be a big target in their offense, and you mentioned that there's no more Ladd McConkey, there's no more Brock Bowers. But let's not pretend like Georgia hasn't recruited better than anybody in college football over the last 5 years. And sure, a lot of that talent goes on to the defensive side of the ball. But I guarantee you, John, there are 5 or 6 guys, even outside of Ra Thomas, on that Georgia depth chart who would be not only starters, but probably the top targets for most teams in the SEC. So the idea that, he can't suspend Rod Thomas for the Clemson game or for half the season or kick him off the team, which should probably be in play here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the idea that he can't do that, right? Because, well, you know, he's paid to win football games, and then, well, you know, if he suspends Rod Thomas, boy, they're going to be in trouble. That's lunacy. This is Georgia we're talking about. They get the first, second, and third pick in the draft every year in the sense of if there's a kid from the state of Georgia or anywhere in the Southeast who they want, they go out and get him. There's no more Nick Saban at Alabama. I mean, Georgia runs the show in the Southeastern Conference, and they've got talent coming out of their ears, even at wide receiver and tight end.
And plus that Saturday, August 31st kickoff with Clemson in Georgia and Atlanta. Georgia right now is a 13.5-point favorite. Like, I mean, I think it's going to be a beatdown.
Yeah, I would take Georgia minus 13.5 against Clemson because you get 2 touchdowns there. I mean, I think that Georgia is more than capable. I mean, I guess you maybe got to be worried about Georgia getting up by 24 in the third quarter and then playing their third stringers the rest of the game and Clemson coming up with some crazy backdoor cover. But, I mean, I would go Georgia minus 13.5. And, boy, can I just say how great that we're talking lines. We got less than a month until the season kicks off, so it's nice.
So I'm fired up, and we're talking a little SEC, but I wanted, since we're talking about that Georgia and Clemson, I meant to ask you this, because when I look at the SEC and I look basically around the country and I look at the quarterbacks, I'm like, damn, man, SEC is stacked. Like, especially very, very top-heavy. And then also, like, I mean, the guys who have potential to go absolutely bananas, like Nico, he could be amazing. You got Jackson Dart, who's been playing forever, Quinn Ewers. I mean, some of the guys who you consider, like, not really all that good, like Graham Mertz. He was top 10 in QBR last year, which still blows my damn mind. I don't think Florida's going to be any good. But, I mean, there's quarterbacks all over. Jackson Arnold could be a stud. When I look at the ACC, like, I'm not a big Cade Klubnik. I don't believe in DJU. I think Cam Ward could be a stud, but I don't trust Mario Cristobal. The man's 12-13 in 2 seasons. Like, which quarterback? I mean, like, which team realistically has the man in the coaching spot, has enough defense, and has that quarterback in the ACC that can actually propel them to possibly a natty? Or is there one?
It might be. This is going to sound ridiculous, but shout out to our old pal Jay Morgan. But I think it's Miami. You're right. Mario Cristobal is 12-13, and I am not a big believer in Mario Cristobal. I think he has done very little with quite a lot at Oregon and at Miami as well. And he is one of the most overrated coaches in college football. But why I think Miami could be that team this year is because they brought in Cam Ward at QB. And he is that guy, or potentially that guy. And they fortified their defense with transfers. Plus, they bring back some all-conference guys on defense. They have Xavier Restrepo. They brought in Damian Martinez at running back from Oregon State. So all the pieces are there for Miami to take a big step forward and be a playoff team this year. And maybe once you get there, what's the difference in winning a playoff game or winning 2 playoff games? It's a lot of times star quarterback play or dynamic quarterback play, and Cam Ward's the type of guy that could go out there and win you some games in the postseason. So obviously I think a lot rides on his health, but if Cam Ward stays healthy, Miami is as well suited as anybody from the ACC to make some noise.
Best quarterback in Florida, KJ Jefferson at UCF, Cam Ward at Miami, DJU at Florida State, or Graham Mertz at Florida.
That's not a bad little group there. A good debate, but I'd go Cam Ward. KJ Jefferson, though, playing within that Gus Malzahn
Dude, I think that could be fun, man.
It could be. I mean, he's not only can he run, but he can truck you when he runs. And then you pair him with some pretty good running backs in the right system there, because that's kind of the dream quarterback for Gus Malzahn. He's got some wheels on him, and he's got the physicality to withstand the way they're going to use him at UCF. So I don't necessarily love UCF as a Big 12 title contender per se, but the idea that they could be pretty dynamic offensively with KJ Jefferson, I think that makes sense to me.
Now, what's the best team? So you say Miami, is that they're the best team down in Florida?
Ooh, well, yeah. It's tight. Like, Florida State is
right there.
Is good. I just feel like Florida State is a little bit they're trending downward because they lost Keon Coleman, they lost Jared Verse, they lost Jordan Travis. So there's a little bit less star power or known star power right now at FSU. Whereas at Miami, you know Damian Martinez, you know Cam Ward are going to deliver, you know some of these guys they've got on their defense are going to be studs. So it feels like if you're, start out Florida State above Miami in the pecking order based on what they accomplished last year and based on the fact that Mike Norvell is a better coach who has proven more than Mario Cristobal. But if you're looking at it from a betting perspective and you're looking at ACC title odds, you're going to get more bang for your buck with Miami, and the potential is there for Miami to make some noise. So when you look at it from that standpoint, I think Miami is a little bit of a more interesting buy than a Florida State team that has a lot to replace from a year ago.
Out of the Power Four, which has been the most difficult conference to basically handicap?
Oh, it's the Big 12. It's just a free-for-all.
It does.
Yeah, 8 or 9 teams probably that feel like they have a chance to win the league. And there's no clear-cut dominant force. It's not like there's some program in the Big 12 that, they just have more resources than everybody. Texas and Oklahoma aren't in the league anymore. And so you think Utah is going to come in and have the ability to run the thing, but it's a totally new set of opponents for them. It's a different conference. And so while on the one hand, everybody else has to prepare for Utah, pretty much every week Utah's got to be scouting somebody that it's not familiar with. And that can be tough. So I think there's a reason to doubt whether or not Utah just comes into the Big 12 and starts demolishing everybody. And I'm not saying they won't, but I think that's certainly a large assumption to make at this point.
Better chance to win their conference from the former Pac-12. Is it the former Utes in the Big 12, or would it be Oregon and Dan Lanning's guys over in the Big 10?
I'd actually say Oregon's got as good or better a shot to win the Big 10 than Utah does to win the Big 12, just because there are more gimmies on Oregon's schedule because there's some patsies in the Big 10. There's some games that you look at on Oregon's schedule or on any Big 10 team's schedule, and you say, okay, well, they should win that one. But then you would go and look at Utah and pretty much any team in the Big 12 outside of the bottom 2 or 3, your Arizona States of the world, pretty much everybody else, you should expect a tough game. Whereas with Oregon, they've got Illinois, they got Maryland, they got UCLA, Michigan State. Those are all games that Oregon should pretty much have in the bag or be double-digit favorites for going in, and that gives them a nice cushion and a nice chance to come in and make some noise right out of the gate.
Looking over at the Big Ten, what did you think about Matt Rule's comments? And I understand talking up I'm not saying that they were bad comments. I'm not going to go Paul Feinbaum on him and just saying, he's an idiot and he wasn't good in the NFL or anything like that. I'm not going after the guy. I understand why he's doing it. It's media days. You want to talk up your conference. But he said that the Big Ten every year should be, guaranteed 4 teams in because it's the NFL of college football. When I look at the Big Ten, I want to remind people, you got Rutgers in there, like Northwestern, Minnesota, Michigan State, Indiana. There is a Purdue. UCLA's now joined it, and my man Sean Foster didn't. UCLA, no, y'all don't know much about us, but we're in LA with USC.
It's us in USC. Okay, thanks.
Like there are some, like you said, there are some programs right now that are like bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, for sure. What he's doing is politicking to try to get as many teams into the playoffs from the Big Ten as possible, which tells me he thinks Nebraska is actually pretty good. He's not going to get up there and talk about how many playoff teams the Big Ten is going to get if he doesn't think that his team is one of those teams that has a chance, which is kind of wild when you consider how awful Nebraska has been for a decade and the fact that even in year one, under Matt Rule, they still were not able to make a bowl. So the fact that Matt Rule is even thinking about the playoffs, one, it seems like a little premature for a program that just would be doing well to make a bowl game at this point. But, hey, he's got a good track record of making big strides in year 2. And when you look at the Big Ten, one thing that helped the Big Ten with making the playoff and having a good playoff representation is just how top-heavy it is. There should be 4 teams, really, that are playoff caliber because there's nobody else in the league that should be able to beat them. I mean, look at Ohio State, Oregon. They should be locked for the playoffs. And then you got Penn State and Michigan that should be right there too. I mean, all of these teams should be 10-2, 9-3 at the absolute worst. So I get where he's coming from, and I believe he might be right. There might be 4 Big Ten playoff teams this year. Not sure Nebraska is going to be one of them, but you look at the SEC.
He must really believe in his quarterback, that a freshman, Dylan Raiola or something like that.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it is. It's crazy to be talking such a big game when you got a true freshman starting quarterback in the Big Ten. That's kind of a wild situation to be projecting so much bravado, because we know how risky and how bad it can go when you start a freshman at quarterback.
Yeah, it can get ugly pretty quick. Oh my God, it can get ugly fast. Man, tell me, is there anything that you're doing with the basketball, or is it just all football?
Well, I'm working ahead on roster previews for college basketball. So, yeah, a series of roster previews, like basically, what's Kentucky going to look like? What's Arkansas going to look like? Totally new teams, new rosters, new coaches, big expectations. So, yeah, working ahead on some stuff like that. Because, man, it's kind of slow right now. Like, media days are over. We still got a few weeks to go until the season actually begins. I think this week you're going to start seeing preseason practices start up around the country. But, even that, there's only so much you can glean from it. So it's that time of year where you got to start working ahead, because you know what, man? Once the college football season gets here, it's go time, and you don't have a lot of downtime to work on stuff. So yeah, I've still got a toe in the college basketball waters.
One other thing I did want to ask you, though, the court filing with the antitrust lawsuit. Basically, they kind of revealed what's going on with that whole situation. Have you checked that out?
Yeah, so the House settlement. Yeah, it's kind of a big deal. There's a lot in there that's going to impact college athletics.
Yeah, it's definitely a whole new world, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. 105 scholarships in football, and revenue sharing, and the
almost 50-50 split, right?
Well, not quite. It's in the 20s, the percentages, which is going to be an issue. It's going to be an issue because you think about the pro sports, they're closer to 50-50. And, so they're still going to need antitrust exemption and legislation here. But, yeah, I mean, the fact that we're now in a place where college athletes are going to benefit directly via revenue sharing, it's crazy, because 10 years ago that would have sounded
insane.
Absurd, and yet here we are.
Dude,
Yeah.
I mean, they say that the figures basically for the revenue sharing of the major 4 conferences is going to be between $20 and $22 million. Like between each institution.
Yeah, but now you're going to have 105 players on scholarship who are going to be.
That's why it feels like
to,
the money's like you're like giving. That's why I'm saying is, I mean, it's 20% cash that's coming in. But again, when you factor in scholarships and all the other stuff and my goodness, man, like these guys are coming out pretty strong.
I actually think, though, that, yes, so on average, I think the average player compensation, if you will, is going to go up. But I think the highest of the high NIL deals are actually going to come down. So your max salaries right now in college football are $6, $8, $10 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or total NIL over the course of your career, $6, $8, $10 million. So some players clearing easily over $1 million a year, who are the biggest stars at the biggest schools. But there's a mechanism in this House settlement that's going to require you to prove the legitimacy of NIL deals that are over $600K. So basically, you got to be able to prove if it's over $600K that it's not just pay for play, and that's a whole other thing there. Where it's like, how are they going to enforce that? How are they going to investigate that? What are the stipulations for like true NIL? Do you just have to post like a Instagram commercial every 2 months or something? Like what is true NIL, and how are we going to define that? So there's still a lot more work for the lawyers here too.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult, and I did see that number. I believe they said that the highest individual will be able to, like, they're going to cap it at $1.8 million per, like, which it definitely.
Which, hey, that ain't bad. That ain't
no,
bad.
that isn't bad at all. But it's
before.
definitely coming down. And David, I could talk to you all day long. I've gone way over. I do it every single time I talk to you on Tuesday. I really do appreciate your time. He's the best writer at CBSSports.com. Check out his work. Follow him at David W. Cobb on Twitter. Always listen to him right here on Tuesday. Don't forget him. He's on Monday with our good buddy Stats and Dacus. David, enjoy your a little bit of time off. Go watch the Olympics or something.
I will. Hey, I'm turning it back on right here when we get off the phone. Got to see if Simone Biles can get it done for Team USA.
That's right, and France is on upset watch right now. Men's basketball tied game with Japan right now.
By the way, speaking of French basketball, I found something out. Do you know that the French are so pissed off at Joel Embiid?
Oh yeah, because
Really?
he left. He's an American now. Yeah,
He's an American now, and he's playing for the U.S. team. But to get his French passport to become an American citizen, there was a wink, wink, nod, nod from what all the French people were saying that he was going to play on their French national team. They would have had Wemby, Embiid, Gobert. That'd have been a big three right there. But yeah, they were all,
I'd be
all
mad
booing
too.
Embiid
But
too.
if you're Embiid, you don't want to play with Wemby. You can be the stud big man for Team USA. You don't got to share the spotlight.
I like it, man. Hey, David, be blessed. Thanks for your time, my friend.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, man.
He is the best. We're going to take a quick timeout. Don't forget, this is brought to you by Buster's Butcher, right behind Buster's Liquor at Poplar and Highland. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
It's the Gossett Mitsubishi Motors Summer Sales Event, and you won't find a better bang for your buck. So get to Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike and get 43 MPG Highway and 2024 Mitsubishi Mirage, $17,980 or $299 a month. 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, $26,530 or $379 a month. 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, we Gossett, $26,530 or $379 a month. And get vacation ready in 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander, $29,900 or $399 a month. Plus peace of mind with Mitsubishi's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike and 24/7 at MemphisMitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
84 month, 500 military rebate, 500 loyalty, and 500 trade and assist. Mirage RHO 10843, MSRP 18480. Sport RU1 11873, MSRP 28030. Outlander RCO 63695, MSRP 314. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 excludes tax, title, and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month with approved credit. Dealer stock only.
Hi, everyone. Broadcaster and ER physician Dr. Jerry Punch here. We all know about the speed of sound, but have you ever thought about the sounds of speeding? If you drive over the speed limit, there are lots of sounds that you might hear. You could hear the sound of your vehicle crashing, the sound of first responders desperately trying to save you. You could even hear the sound of people crying at a funeral. Because if you drive over the speed limit, you could do damage that's beyond repair. One way or another, speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
Savings. Now that's speaking the Lowe's language. And when you join My Lowe's Rewards for free, the savings just keep coming. Save money with member-only offers, plus earn points when you shop. More points equal more rewards, just for you. Because Lowe's knows you earned it, literally. Learn more about our loyalty program at Lowes.com/MyLowe'sRewards and become a member for free today. Program subject to terms and conditions. Points are awarded on eligible purchases. See Lowes.com/terms for full details. Subject to change.
Summertime's finally here, and that means it's time to party. Lucky for you, Family Leisure is having a summertime to party sale. Now, what's all included in this party sale? Practically everything. 24-foot above ground pools for as little as $19.99. All ladders, filter systems, and even robotic cleaners are 20% off. Come in and look at all of the in-stock patio furniture Family Leisure has. Plus, it's up to 50% off. Play gyms for the kids, that's $1,000 off. Patio umbrellas, take 20% off. You can get a 4-person hot tub for just under $3,000. We know you're really going to just use it for yourself. Family Leisure has discounted pricing on all in-stock pool toys and floats while the supplies last, so you better get in quick. Plus, Family Leisure has special financing available. Just ask an associate for all the details. Summertime means party time, and Family Leisure is ready for any party. Family Leisure, Whitten Road at I-40, where family and fun all come together.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour brought to you by Buster's Butcher at 199 South Highland, where every cut is the right cut. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Big thanks to our buddy David Cobb. He just joined us on the other side. We talked all things college football. We talked about quarterbacks. We talked SEC, ACC, Big 12, Big 10, baby. We talked all them Big Fours. And that was fun. But now we got to move on, man. We're going to talk a little bit of Olympics with Zach Boyd coming up here in a few minutes. Did have to tell you, the bikini team looked very good. Did you get to ever watch any of it?
Watch what?
The girls' bikini? I mean, volleyball.
Women's volleyball. I watched their game last night against
I called it girls' bikini.
I think they have multiple teams.
Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of teams, bro.
What do you mean?
Like, there's a bunch of teams that play in the volleyball tournament.
Right. I'm saying I think there are multiple, like, U.S. teams. Like, I don't think there's just one U.S. team. I think there's, like, multiple. Because I was watching, like, men's beach volleyball's going today.
Do you know they have a former NBA player?
That's right. And he's good.
Chase Budinger.
Mm-hmm. He's really good.
Played at Arizona.
That's right.
Played in the NBA for a while. Could hit a three. Dude's like 6'7" and can just tear it up at the volleyball court.
Yeah, he's looked really good.
But the USA. We're winning in the Olympics total medals.
That's right.
Are we knocked out in soccer yet?
No.
They're still playing?
They're about to play.
The men or women? Because the women always win, but the men always lose.
Men are about to play. And they're like, they've won one and they've lost one. And they're going to win again today.
Who are they playing today?
I forget. But
is this something you bet on?
I may or may not have a parlay involving U.S. men's soccer.
I got one question for you, though. I meant to bring this up a little bit earlier because I wanted you to opine on it. Did you see Stephen Jones' comments? You saw, I'm sure, Jerry Jones' comments yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we talked a little bit about, I mean, like, basically saying that Jordan Love beat him on the field last year. I mean, they're going to have to pay Dak a fortune. They're going to have to let him go. I mean, if they don't get this thing set up, he'll be the first quarterback that was a completely unrestricted free agent ever in the NFL.
Yeah.
Which, if I'm Dak, that's what I do. I play, have a great regular season, let somebody else, everybody, all comers come out there and pay me a ridiculous amount of money. The thing is, though, Stephen Jones, he after like Jerry Jones made some crazy comments, Stephen Jones decided to go crazy too. He said, looking at Dak Prescott's basically career, he says, I'd compare him to Matt Stafford. It took Stafford a long time. He didn't win a lot of games in Detroit. He got on the right team at the right time and with the right chemistry, and they won a championship. Now, I can't tell if that's saying Dak Prescott, if he ever wants a championship, needs to go to another team, or if it's a backhanded compliment, like it's kind of a burn to Matt Stafford compared him to Dak.
Maybe both.
You know, it doesn't say very, like, I have to say, man, I don't feel like Jerry and Steven really want Dak after this year.
It doesn't feel like it, that's for sure. It doesn't feel like they're big fans of him.
Man. I mean, he's, like I said, he's regular season gold. Basically, that's what you're paying Tua $200 million to get.
That's right.
Because he's going to be regular season gold. Miami can't win in the playoffs. Hell, they can't win when it's like freezing temperatures at all. I thought that was kind of weird. You're the Dallas guy.
That's
around
me.
here.
John, you actually might have been right. Maybe the women's team did play Great Britain this morning.
Man, don't mess with me, bro.
'Cause they're playing they're playing New Zealand right now.
All I know
No,
is
they're playing Australia right now.
Our women's rugby team is my favorite right now.
They're playing
Olympic
right
team.
now. They just started. John, one thing I've noticed: New Zealand and Australia flags very similar. Hard to.
They're very
figure out
close
which
to
one.
each other.
They're neighbors.
Like they're almost kissing.
That's right. Kissing cousins.
I'm trying to think. Australia. I don't know, man. It's such a long flight. I don't know if I could handle it.
I would love to go to Australia. The only thing is there are too many animals over there that could kill you.
Too many things that can kill you.
And I'm not a fan of that. I like living.
Man, there was a show about an Australian dude with a knife. Do you know what I'm
Sounds
talking
riveting.
about?
No.
And he came to America.
Ooh, U.S.
Crocodile Dundee.
U.S. already down. Oh, man. Not
What,
good.
In rugby?
Yeah.
Come on,
They're
girls.
going to lose this. They're not going to win this game.
Are they playing Great Britain?
Australia's good at rugby.
Didn't they invent it?
I don't know who invented it, but I know it's very popular over there.
I think they invented it. I'm going to stick to it. I'll tell you one thing we're about to stick to. Basketball. On the other side, we got Zach Boyd, but don't forget When you're ready to two-step, go get you some Tito's at Buster's Liquor Store right there at Poplar and Highland, and then walk right behind the liquor store and go to Buster's Butcher Shop and get you a T-bone steak or a ribeye or some pork chops or some deli meats or some beautiful cheeses. Heck, you can pick up a charcuterie board. There's sausages. You want some really good hamburgers? My goodness, they grind it fresh right there in front of you. Everything's cut to order. How thick you want it, you get it. Buster's Butcher. There's nothing in Memphis like it. Back into Shake Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
One of the key things that separates Genesis Diamonds from other jewelry stores is nobody's paid on commission. Vice President Nina Abraham says Genesis Diamond experts are never incentivized to get you to spend more or to buy something that's not in your budget.
Doesn't matter how much you spend. If you spend $500 or $50,000, the main focus is finding the perfect engagement ring or research ring or sales tactics.
So when you walk into Genesis Diamonds, you can relax, take your time, get the education you deserve, and make a decision that's best for you, not the salesperson.
They can trust us. It's a huge, huge difference when you know that that person is just going to focus on what I want, what I am looking for, not what they want to sell.
No pressure, no risk, no pricing games, no nonsense. At Genesis, it's about making you happy.
It's for life. It's a customer for life. It's a relationship for life.
Genesis Diamonds, luxury pre-owned Rolexes, and popular Americans extend.
I'm Ina Abraham, and my accent is always on value.
Not to brag, but Progressive's name your price tool is mankind's greatest tool. Even better than the wheel. Sure, without the wheel, we wouldn't have modern transportation or funny videos of dogs riding skateboards. But without the name your price tool, we wouldn't have easy access to auto insurance options based on our budget. And, well, cars do need wheels. They also need insurance, and insurance never goes flat. Learn more about the greatest tool ever. Name your price tool at Progressive.com. There's a casualty insurance company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done fast. With a huge variety of metals in stock, we can help no matter what job comes your way. And we cut the size. Because just like taxes and BS, we think metal is better than cut. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience stores for metal. Find a store or shop online at metalsupermarkets.com.
Smoke is our sauce.
What is the Central Barbecue slogan? What are we playing?
Well, I just think that we don't emphasize often enough that even though Central Barbecue offers a variety of sauces at all of their many locations, Central Barbecue's barbecue doesn't even really need the sauce.
We should mention that more often. Central Barbecue doesn't take any shortcuts. The barbecue at Central Barbecue is slow-smoked Memphis style for 24 hours to make it so flavorful you really don't need sauce.
That was my point. Well, boy, do they have great sauces.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying I'm going to go sauce-free at Central Barbecue. I'm just saying I could.
Again, exactly my point. Look at my copy. It's the first thing I said. You just hijacked the commercial.
See how it feels?
At Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, they're proud to give back to communities across the state. Giving back to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, which helps treat and defeat childhood cancer, is a meaningful effort that is very close to their hearts. They're honored to stand alongside 1,600 dedicated volunteers and tournament participants as they make this year's annual FedEx St. Jude Golf Tournament fundraiser a resounding success right here in Memphis, Tennessee. To read more about how Blue Cross Blue Shield helps communities, please visit bcbst.com.
That was one of those things. When things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It is Tuesday. It's a beautiful Tuesday, by the way. A little 2 for Tuesday. Get Tito's at Buster's Liquor Store. Go to Buster's Butcher and get a T-bone. A little 2 for Tuesday, two-stepping right there. My man Bryant Dacus is fired up. I don't know what he's fired up about, man. We got our girls' rugby team tied up.
Well, I don't know. We got close. Here's the thing, John. I don't know anything about rugby, so don't listen to what I'm saying. these girls need a little more finesse. I mean, they're just kind of running and just
Dude,
trying to
that's what I
truck
like about it.
the
This is like
Australian
watching
girls.
old school football.
But this Australian team,
It's
great
tough.
defensively. I mean, let's have a little finesse. Let's instead of just running into people, let's try to have a little finesse. And they don't have that right now. They're playing a little scared. It feels like they're scared of this Australia team. So we'll see what happens. I don't think they scored. I don't know. Honestly, John, I'm kind of watching this blind, so I don't really know what's going on.
You're watching the blind?
No, I'm saying I'm watching this blind because I don't know the rules of BLIND. Because I don't know the rules of rugby.
I swear I thought you said I'm watching the blind.
No. Safety? No, not safety.
But, yeah, Olympics are on. We have Zach Boyd in the house. We're going to talk a little bit Olympics because we got the U.S. men's national team. We don't call them the national team. What the hell do we call the men's team?
Olympic team.
The Olympic team. We got the boys, man. LeBron James and KD were absolutely filthy. Jokic was, I thought, awesome. Like, he was, like, I felt like everybody, the first half, especially in that game, like, all the players for Team USA was trying to take their shot at Jokic, be like, man, 3-time MVP, what you got on, man? What you got on, man? And he was, like, just back there just beating people off, just knocking them out, man. Like, Jokic was awesome.
Pause.
With him on the field, I mean, on the court, it was 81-81. When they took him off that bad boy, they only scored 3 points and gave up 29. Like, Jokic off the court, they're not very good.
No.
Jokic on the court, they filthy nasty. But KD coming off the bench, not missing nothing, he was great. What'd you think about the opening game?
I think this is what Team USA looks like. In my mind.
Ant-Man, like, doing the crotch shot over at Serbia, telling him what's up.
I want the full antics, man. Curry shooting a three, turning around, doing the celebration. Brian, like, pounding his chest.
Getting pumped up.
After a tough layup. Literally, he could have caught a foul because Buddy came flying from behind him trying to block his layup and, like, ran into him. But I mean, this is Team USA. This team was missing that Carmelo.
Yep.
And you could tell. And like KD fits that role well because you just need a guy that could get buckets on the perimeter.
And this is KD's fourth Olympics.
I believe so.
I think so.
That man's been.
I think so.
Yeah, he's been tearing it up.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, I mean, the game is like perfect for him because you don't have to come out of the paint, the big guys.
Right.
So if you can create your own shot at any point, and who can create their shot better than freaking KD?
One of the best shot creators in the world, man.
It's ridiculous. What'd you think though, man, about Tatum not playing at all?
I mean, I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I wouldn't.
There's two. Here's the school of thoughts. This is what I think. This is why I love the women's rugby team so much, because the Olympics is the pinnacle. Like, they're not like, this is the biggest event in the world for them. For the NBA players who are playing in the Olympics, they want to win gold, but this isn't the biggest tournament. It's more like an AAU tournament in the Olympics. It kind of reminds me of that. Mm-hmm. It's got that feel, like everybody. You play, hey, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like a great AAU tournament at the highest level. But like rugby, like the different sports that, don't get as much recognition. Like, this is their everything. Like, they're going, like, these women rugby players, they were playing so hard the other day. Like, I'm now the biggest fan. And they take thick to another level.
Halftime, by the way.
Go USA.
Very short halves.
Meg the Stallion charged $20,000 for men to touch her booty and take a picture with her.
I thought we were talking about the Olympics.
Yeah,
what are we doing?
Oh, I am talking about the Olympics, but I'm saying I know Meg the Stallion's got a nice rump. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Dude, you look at these rugby players, they take thick to another level.
Huh.
I think they can go out there and get 20K off them.
They'll like headbutt me or something. They're crazy.
I watched I don't know what Team USA played, New Zealand earlier?
New Zealand this morning, that's right.
Bro. Like, there's something in the water with New Zealand and Australia, dog.
Man,
like,
they got it.
They got this sport on lock.
Dude, they have animals that box.
John,
You know?
I need to check. Before you came on, Zach, John said that they created rugby, and I didn't know. I need to fact check
I think
that.
Australia did create rugby.
I mean, you might be right. I just need to look it up. So
Maybe.
I can see it. Like, where else are you going to find a game where they play football without helmets and just run people over and, like, look for the contact the way they look for
In
it?
that same vein,
created in England.
It's created in England. In that same
But
vein,
hey, well, dude, England sent all their prisoners to Australia, so
That's
they
a
just
very good
took it to
point.
another
Yeah.
level.
It's fair.
That's a fair.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, it's kind of like the USA Today now with Venezuela at the southern.
It's just in everybody, just every bad criminal they got, but they're the most athletic people that you know.
Yeah,
And they're-
because when you run it, you're gonna be in shape when you're running from the popo.
They're the most athletic people you know, and now they're your ops, man. That is tough business.
And then kind of back to the NBA and the portion of this about why I was talking about how like it just means everything to these girls and because like they're the biggest stage. I mean, again, playing in the NBA Finals is the pinnacle for
sure.
everybody got on Team USA. But Kerr's only mission is to bring back gold for Team USA.
Yes.
But in 2024, like there are still like Jason Tatum just won he just won the NBA Finals, you know, like. And then Derek White plays, and he doesn't. And you see a bunch of trolls trolling him on. And you see this stuff. Like, these athletes see all this stuff. I'm just kind of wondering. And by the way, did you hear how salty he was after the game?
Who?
Jason Tatum.
Tatum? No, I heard something, but I wasn't like really paying attention to it.
Basically asked why he didn't play, and he's like, I don't know. He said, that's just stupid.
Yeah, like Kerr said, yeah, that was stupid on my end. I'm like, what do you mean it's stupid? You're the coach of the United States basketball
He did
team.
say though. I mean, in Kerr's defense, I mean, he said this. He's just said the combination. I went with the combinations I felt most comfortable with, and then he came out there and defended himself and says, Sudan's so much more athletic. Tatum will play much more in that game because of matchups. I don't know, man. I just think like today's NBA players are gonna get his feelings hurt, bro.
Huh?
Yep.
Like, okay. Look, man. Look, I'm all in favor of playing the best players on the floor. I don't get into like, well, he's a better defender. Like, you can get him on the floor because he can. Like, yeah, like when it's crunch time, but when it's like during the game, like when you need, like when it's just, for me, it's all about buckets. And not to say that none of these teams can't get buckets on the United States, because they obviously they can, but you got the best players in the world. You're fielding the best team in the world, and not a lot of countries can go toe for toe with you. Not a lot of teams can say, oh yeah, like we can field our own NBA version of the Olympics.
Yeah,
type
like,
team.
When like Jokic team, they had 4 NBA players. Like the whole roster for the USA is NBA players. We look over at Canada, and what do they have? Like 6 or something.
Canada has a full roster of NBA players.
Like the whole roster.
The whole roster. Maybe like one player, but their entire team has been at least.
I know you got Derrick Brooks, you got Shea, you got. I can't remember, man.
Alexander Walker,
Oh,
Barrett,
that's right.
Brooks,
Lou Dort.
Damn, he can play some defense
Olynyk,
too.
Powell. Like they got they got guys that play in the NBA.
Damn.
But it's not like they're
Kelly Olynyk is not Jason Tatum.
Exactly. And that's at the end of the day, in my mind, that's where I'm like, there's no way in the world like Tatum should have gotten a DNP, excuse me. And then on top of that, like you gave Derek.
Did you say a DP?
I said
Did play not.
Did play not.
DPN.
Yeah, DPN. That was an accident. DNP. Because the thing is, like Derek White got 15 minutes. Like you could have gave that to Tatum. You could have gave it to Tatum.
Yeah, but Derek White was awesome.
Sure, I get it.
He was plus 15 in the plus minus.
Oh, nothing but analytics. I just love it.
I'm just giving you. He was a defensive mastermind. He had that big ass block, couple steals.
Listen, Bryant. Brian, this is the time of the year where I could care less
right.
about your analytics.
Thank you. He's
I
Derek
can
White.
care less
right.
about your analytics.
Yeah.
I need to know if you willing to play defense
right.
and can you put buckets.
I just
up
want you to be a
consistently.
bucket. I don't even care about defense at this point. I just want you to be a bucket.
I could care less about your per 36
That's right.
per 100.
Yeah, that's right.
I need to know if you could give me a bucket in this possession.
But what is it that Steve? But think about it. Steve Kerr chose to play Derek White 15 minutes and chose to play Jason Tatum 0.
Because of defense. He said
I
it.
know.
He said point of attack defense.
That's what did I bring up? He had 2 steals. He had a block. You know, he was pretty good.
Sure, yeah. But did he put up a bucket though? That's my question.
Yeah, he had a tray.
A tray.
I'm just giving off of the things I remember. I'm not looking at the stats. I just remember him hitting the tray in the corner. I remember his steals. I remember the big block. And then I just laughed at the game because it was, Sunday afternoon. I just kind of looked at my ex and saw Jason Tatum was just trending like a mug. Celtic fans were pissed. And then the rest of the people, in the NBA are just making fun of him. Like, Derek White's better than you. You're the third best player on your team.
And I hope for Jason Tatum's sake, he just goes off for 30 tomorrow. Just because.
Dude, I think the most he's scored in the whole term is 9 points, and that was against South Sudan.
That's fine.
That's who they play tomorrow.
That's who they play tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's
29.5 point favorites.
Masterclass incoming from Jason Tatum.
That's right, yeah.
Because look, like if you're telling me I got the Finals MVP, no, he's not the Finals MVP. That's Jaylen Brown.
No, that was JB, baby.
Yeah, that's JB. But if you mean to tell me I got the best player off of the Boston Celtics, and he's on the bench? No, not in this generation. No.
Yeah, no thank
Nah,
you.
you're playing, dog. You're playing. We will figure out defense later. Right now, we need buckets.
Right.
Yeah, I feel you there. Actually.
We need buckets.
I feel you there. Now I will also. They're gonna win the gold unless Canada.
I
gets
hope
in their
so.
way.
It's gonna be tough, man.
Man, they're gonna win the gold.
It's gonna be tough. France, Canada.
Oh, no, France has not been impressive in the first
really?
two games.
Man, I'll
they
tell you
almost
one
lost
thing.
to Japan just now. They looked good in overtime, but they should have lost to Japan. Their first game, I forgot who they played, didn't look great. I just haven't been impressed with them.
The French Olympics, I got to say, the Parisians have done a terrible job hosting this year's Olympics. First, you had a drag show at the opening ceremonies. Then their power went out. Their river is full of poop, and they turned a triathlon into a biathlon. Like, this is, man, come on, France. Get it together. Get your act together. What do you think about spending $1.5 billion to clean up a river and it's still full of poo?
It's not great.
That's a bad use of your money. Can I just say it's a bad investment?
It is a bad investment.
We spent $1.5 billion for one race. We got the triathlon. We're gonna have them swim in the Seine River. $1.5 billion for that's no big deal.
That is crazy.
And then you can't even have it, and you go from a try to a buy. Man, that's crazy, bro. That's turning a throuple into just you and your wife.
I had a feeling that was gonna go that way.
Yeah,
that's back to boring old life.
I had a feeling I was gonna go there. What's the closest river to Paris besides the Seine? Like, do anybody know? Like, out of curiosity.
Your French geography is much
by
better
the way,
than mine,
speaking
I
of
can
it, the
assure
other
you.
thing that's crazy over in France, like, do you remember Catherine the Great? You ever been to the Palace of Versailles?
No.
It's dope.
Have you?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You just make it seem like everybody just got money to fly.
No,
over.
dude, you don't have to take money. If
John
you just
backpacked.
I was gonna say I
over
backpacked, went to hostels and stuff, man. We had the hub we had the hub right here in Memphis. You flew into Amsterdam, and then you just basically hitchhike for 6 weeks. I mean, you don't really have to hitchhike because they have the great the Euro Rail, and it's easy to get through from city to city, and everything's so close over there. But bro, yeah,
you could have like 5 countries in one day. Over
I went
there.
over,
They're
like,
so small.
yeah, man. Like I bet that whole trip for like 6 weeks, 2,500.
Wow.
Like I said, you expect people to have money.
6 weeks. You can't live in the United States for 6 weeks on 2,500.
No, you can't.
But
You
I
can't.
lived in Europe for 6 weeks, but it was also like 1996,
Yeah.
98,
Yeah.
2000. That's it. No. I only twice.
Uh-huh.
And that rest of the time, South.
Well, must have been nice.
Sounds like quite the adventure.
Must have been nice.
Now, another question for you, sir. We were talking a little bit about the Poop River, the Olympics, the men's national team. I got a question about Caitlin Clark for you. Have you seen what the Indiana Fever did to your girl? It's embarrassing.
My girl?
Like, is Caitlin not your girl?
I never claimed her.
Well, she's pretty popular.
I
All right.
figured that.
And Indiana Fever put out this thing, and it's called Get to Know Caitlin Clark.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just so disappointed because I love the girl. Like hobbies, golf and video games, sure. Did you know I played soccer and piano when I was younger? Whatever.
Yeah, so did everybody else.
Favorite ice cream, coffee. That makes me think you're freaking weird.
Favorite ice cream?
Yeah,
coffee?
like coffee.
Huh. No,
Like I
thank
didn't
you.
even know they had coffee ice cream.
I like to enjoy my.
I like
my
coffee
ice
in the
cream.
morning.
No, my buddy gets a Java ice cream milkshake whenever he goes to an ice cream place. It's disgusting.
Now here's where I have a problem. Favorite movie, Parent Trap. First and foremost, it doesn't say is it the original Parent Trap, the good one, or is it the new Parent Trap?
I didn't know there was a new one.
Like, yeah, they had a Parent Trap with that little girl in it.
Yeah.
The one that's Lindsay Lohan.
That's right. Yeah, the one that's Lindsay Lohan.
Well, they had one that's way older than that, man. Like when I was a kid, dude.
Isn't that the one with the Robert Williams? Or I'm thinking about Mrs. Doubtfire.
That's Mrs.
Dude,
Doubtfire.
1961 was when the original gangster turned out.
The one with Lindsay Lohan has Dennis Quaid in it.
I'm just saying, I don't know which one she likes.
Love Dennis Quaid.
The
But I
original
would-
gangster's so much better than the
I
new one.
would guess probably the one that came out in 1998.
Oh, so she now likes Lindsay Lohan. That bothers me. But this is what really bothers me. Her favorite musicians. Luke Combs. I don't even know who that is.
Country singer.
He's a country singer.
And then Drake.
Oh, Drizzy.
Bro, you can't put Drake out there when he's getting roasted by Kendrick Lamar.
Hey, man.
And Drake is such a dork. They even made fun of him on this show I was watching, man. I think it was Comedy Central, and it was hilarious. Or maybe it was the X, and it was just somebody who impersonating Drake. And he was just a fat guy who could barely dance. And never mind.
Was he in a boxing ring?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, that was on Twitter.
That was on Twitter.
Yeah,
Man,
I saw
love
that.
Twitter. Dude,
that's the fake Drake. That's
Dude,
the fake Drake.
Fake Drake is hilarious.
Fake Drake needs to watch his back.
But man,
Just
like, do you think Caitlin Clark's going to lose fans
No.
over her choice? Man, I don't like her as much anymore. I think honestly, I'm an Angel Reese girl.
No,
I'm not a girl, but I did say I was, didn't I? It's all right. It's 2024.
John, the United States women's rugby team has just taken home bronze. How about that?
How about them girls?
Wow.
bro?
I just watched one of the most unbelievable comeback wins by the United States women's rugby team that I've ever seen in my life. I mean, congratulations to those ladies. That was
USA!
incredible.
USA!
Wow.
USA! Hey, another to our medal count, brother.
What
And
an
guess
upset.
what? You won't believe this. I don't know if this is a replay. No, it says live in the corner of the TV, so it's probably live, right?
I would take a stab at a guess of yes.
It looks like the United States is playing, I'd guess, Guyana, GUI.
I don't think.
What is GUI?
I don't know.
I think
Is that GURI? Man, I don't even know what
Yes, that
is.
game is live though, and the United States are up 1-0.
Who are they playing?
I don't know. GUI.
That's Guinea.
Yeah.
New Guinea?
Yeah.
Where's the N?
There's no.
know.
Oh, it's just Guinea?
Just Guinea.
There used to be a New Guinea.
It is there. It's just not.
It's like Turkey,
It's
where they
not-
want you to call him Turkia now.
By the way, another little small thing. I didn't know this until Roy McIlroy. You know he's playing for Ireland.
That's right.
For the golf.
That's his country.
I didn't know this. You know he's North Irish?
Yeah.
Did you know North Irish technically are Great Britain? Because it's controlled by Great Britain?
Huh.
Didn't know that till I was listening to some people doing a little chatting. So Rory, he's going with the Ireland people. Did Great Britain and Ireland, did they not get along that much?
I don't know.
That I don't know. That's a good question.
I mean, they both sound alike. They both speak that crazy English.
Yeah.
I mean, similar, like Peaky Blinders. Great show. Have you ever seen it?
No.
Good Lord, son.
No.
I'm going to tell you something. If you want to go see what a man's like, go check out Shelby. Thomas Shelby. Peaky Blinders. All right, now tell me what you got coming down the pipe. What's going on, man? What you working on? What you looking at? Anything you excited about?
Right now, the U.S. women's gymnastics team, they're on the balance beam right now.
Do they do the pommel horse?
No, that's the men.
Dude,
shout out to the men, though.
Dude, but Catherine the Great did the pommel horse.
I think you got the wrong sport.
Yeah.
I think that's the wrong sport.
Yeah, actually, technically, she got pummeled by the horse. But the U.S. men, first time, have medaled in the Olympics.
Yeah.
The men's gymnastics team since 2008.
Yeah.
And it was on the pommel horse.
Shout out the fellas.
Why don't the women do
Close
the
it out.
pommel horse?
They're too short.
Oh, you got to be able to like jump up on that jump.
Well, I'm more than sure like the women's gymnastics team got a better vertical than I do, so I don't think that's the problem.
Dude, Simone Biles can do anything. I bet she could pummel horse the hell out of something.
I'm more than sure that's the case, but I think that's more like core strength type of thing.
Is she gonna win the gold?
We're gonna see.
Her hubby's there.
The football player.
Oh, he's supposed to be at camp right now.
Well, they gave him permission.
Because he's a
That's
B
just
player
how it
anyway.
is,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They said, hey, like since your wife's gonna be in the last year of her Olympic career, why
That
don't
is
you just
actually
go over
very nice.
Huh.
I'm gonna. Who does he play for?
The Bears. They've got a game Thursday, John.
Well, nobody's gonna.
He's
play.
not playing
yeah,
anyway.
Nobody's
He's
gonna
not
play the
playing
Hall of Fame game.
anyway.
And I've already mentioned, if you're a big Caleb Williams fan, I'm sorry you will not see him Thursday night playing the Texans. He wants to play. He says he needs the more repetitions, the better.
I like their backup quarterback.
But
What's his name?
Tyler Badgett.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm a badge guy.
Did you know? Did you like? I like him too. Long-haired, crazy person. Did you hear how he got off? And this is, I don't need my quarterback to do this necessarily. Like Pat Mahomes looks like a fat guy. Tom Brady had a dad bod. They're like Sid Luckman. Are you kidding me? Like, Peyton Manning couldn't run away from a wheelchair. Like, it's just, there's just some guys in the NFL that play the quarterback position who are not the most athletic.
Mm-hmm.
But my man Badgett, did you hear what he did during the summer?
No, what did he do?
To get ready for this season, twice a week, he burpee broad jumped a mile.
Oh.
Whoa.
So he would do a burpee, then a broad jump, do a burpee, then a broad jump, and would go for a whole damn mile.
Jeez.
That would take him on average an hour and 15 minutes. That sounds like hell. I don't know if you know.
Why would you want to put
I
yourself
need
through that?
my quarterback to be able to throw the ball, process, read information. I mean, Tua don't look like he's all that tough.
He knows.
Pat Mahomes, does he not look fat?
Taekwondo, though. Yeah.
He's trying to learn judo on how
That's
to
right.
fall so he doesn't get a concussion. Taekwondo, come on. There's different disciplines in the martial arts. You better get them
apologize.
right. Gonna have the Karate Kid up in here mad at me. Don't make me call Mr. Miyagi up in this mug. We got to take a break, by the way. We've got Hardwood coming up. Zach, where can they follow you?
Rack City Zach on Twitter, man.
And you'll be here next Tuesday chilling, right?
That's the idea.
Do I look better this Tuesday than last
Yeah,
Tuesday?
you look a
You
lot
sound better.
a lot chipper.
Man, telling you, bro, pain.
It's almost like you actually had a good night's rest.
I've been able to lay on my back now for 5 days, so I've slept for 5 days. I've actually got sleep.
That's wonderful. I'm glad you're feeling better. You're not feel like you're about to double over and like collapse on the floor. You look better, John. And I'm happy for you.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to take a quick break. On the other side, people, we've got Hardwood because it feels so good. Got some great stories today. Got some weird stories. You probably think I always have weird stories. Well, you're really going to like today's. We got to talk about the Dutch and the French diver and the Dutch swimmer. Why are they making waves in the pool? We'll talk about it on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
sometimes I wish I had a gun.
Well, I'm armed, but before I bought one, I still went to Top Gun Academy to learn to protect myself without a gun.
How is that possible?
Top Gun's personal protection training. It's perfect if you want to protect yourself without firearms.
I don't know.
And it's perfect if you feel the need to carry a gun for self-defense, because the last thing you really want to do is shoot.
That is scary.
Not at Top Gun. It's very comfortable, and you learn to load, handle, and shoot a handgun safely. Protect yourself. Go to Top Gun Academy. They're at 2770 Witten Road.
All right, when it comes to getting life insurance for your family, a lot of excuses can get in the way. But ask yourself this: if something were to happen to me, who would pay the mortgage, the kids' education, and the other bills? Then forget the excuses and check out Ethos Life, the online, easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes. Ethos has rates that you can afford, like a $500,000 policy for a 40-year-old male starting at $1 a day or $30 a month, with a few health questions and no medical exam. Get your free quote right now at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com. Not available in all states. Rates do vary.
All 650 acquisition fee, $20,000 per year, 20 cents excess mileage, Forte RE794066, MSRP 21820, Telluride RG543666, MSRP 39835, EV9 R602 29603, MSRP 61035. Includes all rebates and incentives and PF 695. Includes tax, title, license, registration, and fees. Must finance through Hyundai with approved credit valid through 7/31/24. Dealer stock only.
I got Jeff Allen on the line, Dawson Kia, South Mount Moriah. Hey, dude, you ready to rock our world?
You better believe it, Randy. How about 41 MPG Highway in a 2024 Kia Forte LXS, $199 a month, $37.99 due at signing. 2024 Kia Telluride S, $379 per month, $39.99 due at signing. And 304 EPA estimated range for $389 a month in a 2024 Kia EV9 Lite, or get 0% for 48 months, $49.99 due at signing, all 24-month leases.
Plus, every Gossett Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah.
Or online, KiaMountMoriah.com.
Rick's Powder Coating for a beautiful finish every time. Rick's Powder Coating specializes in automotive, ornamental, residential, and industrial coating. With 2 conveyor lines and the largest batch ovens in the Mid-South, Rick's can accommodate all of your powder coating needs. Locally owned and operated since 2002, Rick's Powder Coating will customize a beautiful finish just for you. Drop by or call to see how Rick's Powder Coating can bring color to your life. 901-367-2771 or rickspowdercoating.com.
It's Wrangler season out there. Warmer days, cooler nights, open roads, endless horizons. And you need to be ready in jeans made for the unpredictable. Wrangler, for the ride of life. Shop our newest styles today at Wrangler.com.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It is absolutely beautiful today. It is a 2 for Tuesday. I love 2 for Tuesdays. I love my gate. Have I told you about my new crib?
Oh, yeah.
Moved in there oh my gosh, is it August yet?
Tomorrow, no, 2 days from now.
Thursday, August 1st is,
wow.
By the way, that'll be my granddaughter's first birthday, Edie Faye. Happy birthday, Edie.
Happy birthday.
On the front end. And I also moved in at the very beginning of August last year into my new crib.
Wow.
And it was September when I had My Automatic Gates Constructions come out to my crib and build me a gate. And it's an automatic gate. It's beautiful. It's wrought iron. It is awesome. They come out there. They build it right there in front of you. They custom fit it. They make everything just perfect. It's very reasonable. It's very fair. If there's any maintenance or any problems, they come out there and fix it. My Automatic Gates, myautomaticgatesconstruction.com. Check them out. They seamlessly blend security and aesthetic appeal into your crib, making it look beautiful. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Speaking of beauty, Cooper Kupp is definitely not going to win any beauty contest, okay? Did you see, he did some really nice things. I love what he did. Him and Sean McVay went out there for the L.A. Sheriff's Department and did a recruiting video to get more people to join the number one team in L.A. They're saying the Rams aren't the number one team, brother.
Huh.
They're saying it's the LA Sheriff's Department. Good little commercial. You would not, if Cooper Kupp walked into a restaurant and you were not very aware of what he looked like, your first thought would be, goodness gracious, that man needs to take a shower.
What?
Trim his beard and get some new clothing. Because he looks like he just walked out of the mountains.
Huh.
He would fit perfectly in the mountains in Colorado.
Yeah.
You know, he'd do great in the Appalachian trails.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my man he would fit right in because he looks like a mountain man.
Right.
He looks like he's Amish. If he was in Pennsylvania, he could pass for Amish. But he also, when you look at him standing next to the other officers, he looks like the most ordinary dude. But man, there ain't nothing ordinary about that fool.
No, not at all.
Like looking at him in the picture and watching that video, it just kind of blows my mind when you think about it because again, in street clothes where he looks homeless or Amish or like he came out of the Appalachian Mountains, you wouldn't think that this guy is one of the most cold-blooded wide receivers in the National Football League. But damn it, he is. And speaking of weird wide receivers, please tell me you saw the Buffalo Bills wide receiver, Hollins. You heard about this guy?
Yeah.
Okay. He might be the wildest dude I've ever seen. So, I mean, I like him. And by the way, did you hear one person say a bad thing about him? Everybody says he is the coolest person they've ever set. And I'm talking about Mac Hollins. He's a wide receiver for Buffalo. He believes small cats will steal your soul. He's never cut his hair. He looks like a caveman. And he says he never will. He doesn't wear shoes except for when he plays on Sunday and has to go to practice. He calls them feet restraints. In fact, he's barefooted throughout most of practice.
Scary situation.
They say he's the most interesting man in the NFL. He hasn't eaten a single vegetable in 3 years. Only eats meat.
Carnivore diet. And he never uses utensils. He only eats with his hands because... No, it makes sense, actually. Because when you actually touch your food with your hands, it already starts your body to, like, do gastric juices or whatever. I don't know. I'm not, like, technical. What?
Like, it makes your body realize you're about to eat. So it starts the process of digestion. And all this other stuff. Man, at least this is what he said yesterday, okay? I don't know if he's a doctor. And he's like, also, he says, I see people who don't, like, you know, they go and they use utensils and they don't think they need to wash your hands. He goes, if you're about to eat when you wash your hands, I promise you, you wash your hands more than most people. And I'm like, damn, that does make sense because I know if I'm about to go pizza crazy, I'd be like, bruh, none of you kids are allowed to touch the pizza. Go wash your hands, nasty children. But I will put the pizza on your plate because I'm the only one allowed to touch the pizza because they're a little nasty. There's like, I think like their hands are probably like the water in the Seine River. Nasty. E. coli and poop. But yeah, forgot what I was talking about because I got on E. coli.
Some receiver for the Bills who's
Mac Hollins,
crazy.
The guy who is a literal caveman.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an interesting caveman.
Sounds like it.
But dude, he's a full-blown caveman. I think it's pretty interesting. I told you a little bit earlier about some Olympic basketball. But have you watched any of the TBT?
Oh, of
the
course.
Basketball tournament?
Oh, John, of course.
I watched last night, actually, for one reason.
La Familia versus...
the Ville?
The Ville, that's right.
La Familia is Louisville. I mean, it's Kentucky. It's Kentucky, I'm sorry. The Ville is Louisville.
Correct.
I will never be able to pull for Louisville. I'm an old Metro Conference guy. I couldn't stand Denny Crum. Like, Louisville would... boo! You think Kentucky doesn't like Louisville? We don't like Louisville. But Kentucky really doesn't like Louisville.
No.
So, La Familia and
Willie
the
Cauley
Ville...
Stein.
They had the... By the way, did you know that was the largest crowd at a TBT attended game, and it broke the record by more than 6,000 fans
Yeah,
because it was
that doesn't surprise
Louisville and
me
Kentucky
at
going
all.
against each other. 13,506 people were in attendance.
Yeah.
And these two teams don't like each other. And it got chippy really, really quick, like right out of the gate. The Ville lost 70-64. They are not gonna. They're now out of the $1 million prize. The Wildcats alumni is 2 wins away from the $1 million prize. Did you see some of the guys that were on the court, like Willie Cauley-Stein,
Yeah.
Eric Bledsoe, James Young, the Harrison brothers? On the Louisville's team, you had Montrezl Harrell, Peyton Silva, David Johnson, and Russ Smith.
Yeah.
They things got chippy though at the end of it. Did you see where dudes spit in my guy's face?
Oh, I didn't see him spit. I saw everyone trying to fight. The Harrison brothers wanted action.
Yeah. So my man, damn it, what's his name? Nate something for the family.
Okay.
The white dude
Familia.
who was putting the L's down the whole
Okay.
night.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like
yeah,
after every bucket, after every play, would do
right.
L's down.
Yeah.
He's the one who almost got whipped.
Jeez.
And he got his face spit in because he was doing the L's down. Louisville dude, I don't know who it
disrespectful.
was, came over there and spit in his face, and then we almost had fisticuffs.
I love
Fans
it.
were coming out of the stands.
In an alumni game, I love it.
And guess what happened because it was so basketball?
What happened?
There wasn't even a single punch throw. They just did a bunch of pushing and
That's
shoving.
right. Yep.
But I can promise you one thing: you spit in my face, I'm throwing a punch. Like, dude, you don't spit in another man's face.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
That's nasty. I'm surprised though. I guess he was gonna get whipped because I guess Nate knew he was gonna get beat up.
Guess so.
Because a man spit in his face and he didn't throw a punch.
He was like, yeah, maybe not my battle.
So I did go for La Familia last night. I'm not rooting for him the next game because Nate's weak. Soft as baby poo. That's not good, man.
Not good at
all. Now, did you see yesterday? There was a bettor yesterday who I feel terrible for him, but like this is the worst time of the year.
Okay.
To do a bunch of player props. Because people can get traded.
Sure.
And I wasn't looking at Justin Turner getting traded yesterday, were you?
Yeah, I wasn't either. How about that to the Mariners?
Justin Turner comes out and gets a single in the first inning. And there's this guy named Tony Starks who put $10 to win $4,500.
Huh.
He got Colton Cowser to get a hit. He had George Springer to get a hit. He had Ryan Mountcastle, 2+ bases, Vlad Guerrero. I can go on and on and on. The only one that he didn't have was Justin Turner, and he got a hit in the first inning because he had Justin Turner to record 2+ total bases. Well, guess what happened in the third inning?
He got pulled because he got traded.
Right before he was going up to the
Holy
plate.
cow.
And my man does not win his parlay.
Yikes.
That is a hard way to lose.
That is a hard way to lose.
Like that to me, like losing if he got a 1-for-1 first at bat and then went 0-for-3 the rest of the game with 3
Crazy.
Ks.
Holy
I could
cow.
handle that
Sure.
because at least I get to see those at bats. It lasts a little longer.
Mm-hmm.
When he gets pulled in trade, I think to myself, "Oh, I'm jinxed."
Yeah.
Like, because he was already counting his money.
Oh, yeah.
My man was counting his money.
I saw somebody over the weekend had a home run parlay, and they had Brent Rooker in there, and it was like 5 or 6 guys hit a home run. Brent Rooker was the only guy not to hit a home run, so he DM'd Rook.
I saw the DM
and
and
was
Rook sent him back. I don't give a bleep.
Yeah, he was like, I promise you, I do not care.
By the way, my
Hilarious.
man's hitting home runs left and right.
I love
like
it.
that
He's
dude
so good.
that dude picked the wrong day.
Yeah, Brent Rooker is really good. A name to keep an eye on today as we get deeper into trade deadline. We've already got a couple small trades that have gone down the last 15, 20 minutes.
You think any of the stud pitchers get moved today?
I think so. Mark Leiter Jr., the relief pitcher for the Cubs, he just got traded to the Yankees. But yeah, I think Skubal, Crochet's interesting because
I don't think Crochet's going to get moved.
Yeah, because now he's saying that he won't play
if he doesn't
in the
get
playoffs unless he gets an extension. So that's going to make it really interesting for him. But I think it's already been a really busy deadline. I think think it's about to start heating up.
The
here in
O's
the
got
next
really
couple minutes.
good. I think
Yeah.
Flaherty definitely gets moved today.
Yeah, he got scratched last night from his start.
Yeah,
so-
but he hadn't been moved yet.
Right. So, but I think we're just working out the details on that. I think he'll be moved.
Does it annoy you that like people are excited about Jack Flaherty?
I think it's hilarious because that's kind of who Jack Flaherty has been his entire career.
He's been
right?
great this year. though.
He's been awesome.
7-5 with Detroit.
Yeah.
He's got a 2.9 ERA.
Yeah, I mean,
133 strikeouts. I think he had less than 20 walks.
He's been awesome, and it's like
I looked at these this morning.
Sure, it's like he's been so good, and there was so much excitement for him in St. Louis, and just could never get healthy. But he's kind of turned into like Mr. Trade. It feels like he's always getting moved now. Obviously, was traded to Baltimore and now to Detroit, and it looks like will probably be moved again. So interesting times.
Dude, the Rays have already made 7 trades. Do you realize that?
Yeah, isn't that crazy? They, I blame all of this on, that one guy. I think somebody made a mistake, and I think that ruined the entire Tampa Bay Rays organization. Because if Wander Franco just acts like a normal human being, I think they're in contention. I think they're a team that everyone's talking about, maybe buyers at the deadline.
And now he's going to the Popo.
And the Rays are selling everybody. So it's crazy.
Not the Popo.
Yeah, no.
The Pokey.
Put him under the prison.
Dude, he don't want to be in the Pokey.
No.
I don't know, man. Some of the things never mind. Anyway. Blake Snell. Does he get moved?
That's a good question. I don't know. He's been
Dude
bad
was
this year.
terrible. No. His last 5 starts, he's been the best pitcher in baseball.
Really?
Yeah, his first 6 starts.
Wow. Well, good for him. Maybe they do move him. I don't know. That'd be.
He just struck out 15 guys in 7 innings on.
John.
On Saturday, I believe it was.
I don't think they move him. I think they've invested enough in him.
He's only given up 2 runs in his last 5 starts.
Yeah, I think they keep him. By the way, Trevor Rogers.
Wow, you're the damn Giants.
Yeah, but I think you try to hold on to him for like a not this year move, but like a next year move. Like I think you can make an argument that the Giants will be more competitive next year than this year. And you just signed him this offseason. I think it would be stupid to trade him at the deadline. Orioles acquire Trevor Rogers from the Marlins.
Damn, man, they got Zach Eflin the other day.
So they're loading up on
So now you
pitchers.
got Rodriguez.
Yep.
Eflin, and then you got Rogers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and their best damn pitcher. I'm going blank. Who's the best pitcher? Because I don't think it's Rodriguez.
For who?
For
We're on
Baltimore.
the Orioles, Burns, right?
Thank you, God.
Yeah.
I guess I had him in a Milwaukee jersey.
Yeah,
still.
it's hard to remind yourself.
Oh,
that he's an
Corbin
Oriole
Burns.
now.
I was going to say, Burns, Rodriguez, Eflin, Trevor Rogers.
Yep.
Their pitching staff is now a lot better.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Because they
absolutely.
lost Kyle Bradish. They lost somebody else earlier this year too.
Yeah, no, they've had injuries, and so loading up on the
Bullpen's
pitching
still
staff.
a little soft.
Sure, yeah, they need bullpen help, but no, Orioles are definitely helping themselves. I think you can say that.
We got to talk a little baseball. I got to give you a bet, and I am so late for a break. Forgive me, Dacus. Sports
Okay.
56, 98.5 FM.
Be sure to follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows. Stay up to date with station events and have chances to win prizes. Don't miss out on anything that's going on. Follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ.
Listen up, I got Marty McNate on the line at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown. Hey McNate, how far back you moving on prices?
Way back, Randy. Doc told me you can take your pick. 2024 Teos SE or 2024 Jetta Sport. Gotta go back in time to the good old days at $275 a month.
Great Scott, McNate. Gossett Volkswagen on Germantown is really moving prices back.
That's right, Randy.
And I hear you got the 2024 Atlas Peak Editions going for $5,000 off MSRP, or you can get 1.9 for 60 months.
That's right, Randy. Your future's whatever you make of it, so let's get to Gossett Volkswagen Germantown.
Ask for Marty to find out how much he can move you back on price. Hey, Marty, hit us with that Gossett Volkswagen locator.
7420 Winchester Road or shop online at GossettVWG.com.
wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdingers. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdingers, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdingers offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
DQ presents... Picture this. Picture the DQ $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Not just a cheeseburger, a bacon cheeseburger, plus fries, drink, and a sundae, all full-size, all for $7. Because everything's better with bacon. Everything's also better with a side of fries, a refreshing drink, and a sundae to finish. Yum. The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Now for a limited time on the $7 meal deal lineup. DQ. Happy tastes good.
It's the season for fun, sun, and savings at the Volkswagen Sandy Summer Sales Event. Going on now at Gossett Volkswagen on the Pike, and I've got Jason, the main man Marshall, on the phone to give you the lowdown.
Randy, I've got the 2024 Taos SE, $299 a month, 36 miles per gallon on the highway. 2024 Atlas Peak Editions, $5,000 off or just 0.9% APR for 60 months. And the new 2024 Tiguan's $3,000 off or just 1.9% APR for 60 months. And the list of savings goes on and on at Gossett Volkswagen on Covenant Pike. And remember, no reasonable offer will be refused.
Summer fun has begun. Ask for Jason, the main man Marshall, at Gossett Volkswagen, 1875 Covington Pike, or online at GossettVWMemphis.com.
Where we're charging for it and charging less every day.
Get a $10 O'Reilly Auto Parts gift card after rebate when you buy 5 quarts of Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil in-store or online.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. I'm so glad that y'all joined me today. We talked everything from the Olympics to the NFL to MLB trade deadline Tuesday. Had some fun stuff that we also talked about. And a big thanks to David Cobb from CBSSports.com and Zach Boyd. We are getting out of here. I got to tell you thank you to Getaway Sports Bar because, damn it, I need to get away. If you need to get away, I got the place for you. Getaway Sports Bar, 4632 Winchester Road. They're open 24/7, 365, and they got the coldest beer in town. Great bar grub, 15 fat televisions. I'm talking about big boys. 6 pool tables. They also have 2 dartboards. There's nothing like Getaway Sports Bar. I hope y'all enjoy your 2 for Tuesday. I think I'm going to be a good boy and not gamble today. I went 3-1 yesterday.
Probably what I'll do as
Kind
well.
of chillax. Everybody, like, get your breath. And go USA. Win some more gold, silvers, and bronze. And congratulations to the United States women's rugby team.
That's right.
They are awesome. They got the bronze medal.
Bronze.
I hope y'all get out there, make this world a better place. We're going to see you on the flip side. Peace.
Make your next grill your last with a Big Green Egg. Smoke, bake,